Hey guys, Marsengan here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so obviously earlier today we got the news about the EZA details for the LR GOBROS. The wiki has actually already been updated here now with the Extreme Z Awakened tab. So you can see the details have in fact been filled in. I did make a pinned comment on my previous video. There were some errors in the translation that I read. I think it was just because of the way it was worded. The greatly raise attack on both of their supers doesn't stack. It's greatly raise attack and raise defense, both for one turn. So it's a normal defense raise, 30%, greatly raise attack, 50%, but both are only for one turn. So that means these guys won't be stacking up to doing insane damage. That would have been so good, right? Imagine how hard their active skill would hit if they actually stacked attack. But they're still going to be building up a pretty significant amount per super. And then the extra chance to do an additional super they have is part of the Goku ally in the same turn. So the 24 key just gives them additional 59% attack, which is obviously very good, but it's not the end of the world if you don't miss out on it, whereas missing out on the potential for an additional super would have been really bad. So anyway, the point of this video, and as you guys saw in the thumbnail, doing a bit of random pontificating, speculating, you know, the mysteries of how the human mind works. And someone commented on my video saying, hopefully this means the Tech BROLY EZA is coming up soon. And of course that reminded me that whilst Dokkan often does these things out of order, Tech BROLY is the LR that released right after the GOBROS. Now, they came out on Global first, you can see 8th of May 2019, then they came out on JP on the 1st of July, so it was only like a 2-month wait. Back then, Global was still pretty much always like 5 to 6 months behind on everything, so this was pretty cool to get a very strong Global first. It was kind of funny that having to wait for a change, a lot of Global JP players were very upset. Not necessarily even so much about this guy, but actually more so about this BROLY, because BROLY is very popular. I think he's more popular in the West than he is in Japan, but obviously a lot of people just play JP anyway, right? So this guy came out on both versions about 2 weeks after the GOBROS. You know, this guy, if you run him on a team now with some support, his defense is terrible, right? He will get you killed in the difficult content, but he can still do, like, actually fairly reasonable attacks. Not like, you know, meta level, but decent attack stats, especially on, like, his active skill turn after he transforms and everything, right? So this guy's EZA could absolutely go ham. And so the whole point of this video is this kind of got me speculating, because everybody wants to know, like, I literally am recording this right after I made this tweet, like, it's 12:15. I think this tweet has been up for like 3 minutes, or like 10 minutes even. Imagine they EZA'd the GOBROS now in this Turles celebration, because the TANABATA is going to be BROLY Movie 10, basically. New, well, Movie 10, BROLY Movie 2, right? New GOBROS and new BROLY with Tech BROLY's EZA. The more I think about this, this could be why theirs is dropping now, because Tech BROLY is coming for the TANABATA and the GOBROS released just before him. So this goes back to what I was saying, like, Dokkan doesn't always do things in order, but like, imagine if, like, obviously they've got this all planned out in advance, they'd already decided whenever they made these decisions, because I think they did say they have the roadmap planned out up until like the 10th anniversary, but let's say they decided for TANABATA, whenever it was they made these decisions, that they're going to do Movie 10, or in some way a new BROLY, and that means they're going to EZA this guy. And then, as almost like an afterthought, they were like, well, you know, these guys came out like 2 weeks before him, so we probably should EZA them first. Let's just slot them into the celebration before the TANABATA. Because, funnily enough, the release window between these two units, like 1st of July to the 18th of July, it's like 17 days. The TANABATA celebration is going to start in like 17 days-ish. It's potentially going to start early, I think people are saying, because based on when the sales end or something currently on JP. But, well, yeah, it's kind of funny that the distance between these two units releasing is almost the same. It's within a few days, right, of now and the TANABATA celebration. So TANABATA could actually be a new GOBROS, a new BROLY, or some kind of new BROLY. Like, I mean, even if they did Super BROLY, like if TANABATA was a standalone Blue Gogeta and then like Super Broly, full power Broly, they could still technically do Tech Broly's EZA during that celebration. It just obviously isn't the direct link, it's just another Broly. So it would still kind of fit the theme, but it would be quite interesting. Now, if we take a look at the Broly units, one of the big things about this Super Saiyan Broly, I should say, is that he shares the same name as the Dragon Ball Super Broly. Now, obviously, this guy with his EZA, the physical one, he's not like a crazy top-tier meta, like Red Zone killer. He's really good against multiple enemies. He's good for Super Battle Road. But, you know, they do have direct competition with their name. And then, of course, this guy transforms into Legendary Super Saiyan, which then means he can link up with the other Legendary Super Saiyans. So, if we were to get a new Broly, obviously this Legendary Super Saiyan Broly is from the first Broly movie. Ideally, we would like him to get like another 200% lead, and then maybe still be somewhat usable. Like if they finally start dropping this fated content where we fight super type enemies, then this Broly could actually potentially see some kind of revival. He's never going to be like the best unit in the meta or anything, right? So personally, I think one of the best ways to do this, if they do release a new Broly, is just to have him start off as a base Broly. And honestly, if it was up to me, and we're talking about the ideal way to do this, he would just transform immediately, like one of those turn 1 transformations, like Ribrianne, because what's the point of, like, you know, no one wants to play as base Broly. In fact, I'm trying to think back to movie 10. Does he really even do that much before going Super Saiyan? He might even go Super Saiyan, like, straight away. I can't remember. So having a base Broly that just instantly transforms into Super Saiyan would be cool, because then he can link up with this guy and this guy, right? The two Super Saiyan Brolys. Because as long as they transform, they can link with the same name. So even if they transform immediately and actually are never, you know, he's never base Broly anywhere than in like the team building menu or the map screen, he will still be able to link with them. So I think that would be pretty cool. Obviously, they could have him immediately transform up to Legendary Super Saiyan as well. He could be a Super Saiyan Broly that immediately transforms into Legendary Super Saiyan. There's a couple of different ways they could do it, right, so that he will link up with the other Brolys, because that's always been one of Broly's biggest issues, is that his units don't really have a lot of differentiation between the names. So like a new Broly comes out, like Int Broly comes out, and then straight away it's like, well, you can't run him with the STR LR Broly, who got an EZA, I think in the same celebration, because they have the same name. So a unit that will transform is definitely going to be the way to go, I think. So I'm a big Broly fan. I would like to see a new Broly, because remember, the way the Tanabata works is we get a Dokkan Fest exclusive LR in part 1, and then part 2 is a normal LR. I have a feeling that because we didn't get one for Golden Week, I have a very high suspicion that the part 2 Tanabata LR will be a Carnival LR, because we haven't had a standalone Carnival banner for ages. STR Carnival Goku needs a banner to return on, so I could see the Tanabata Part 2 being an LR. Broly, I think it would be pretty cool, because the GoBros already have the Dokkan Fest LR. I think it would be very cool if a new Broly for Tanabata was the Dokkan Fest LR, because, you know, we need bigger buffs for Extreme. Carnival LRs can still be good too, right? But make Broly the Dokkan Fest LR, and then release a new Carnival LR. Now, obviously, they don't want to immediately replace the GoBros. This is something that I said in a separate tweet, but if we take a look at the Goku family units, right, we have these guys. They are actually called Super Saiyan Gohan. Well, I'm going to have to read the full name, aren't I? Super Saiyan Gohan Teen and Super Saiyan Goten Kid. And then we have units like, you know, Super Saiyan Goku / Super Saiyan Gohan that isn't the same as this guy that is Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan Gohan, because of the way the exchange mechanic works. So the thing is, they don't want to immediately invalidate these guys. So the best way to do a new version of the GoBros, like as a Carnival LR, is just do them as the unit being named Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan Gohan Teen, and Super Saiyan Goten Kid, because then they have a different name to the GoBros. Because, I mean, Goku is there in the card art, right? Like, obviously, he's not there the whole time. In fact, if you want to have a massive meta discussion about the movie, he's not really there at all, technically. So, you know, it'd be a good way to be able to fit him onto teams, even if it doesn't necessarily make the most sense. I mean, the character sprite can still just be Gohan and Goten. Be cool if they got a new one, but they don't necessarily need it. And then, yeah, we could get a new modern-day animation of the family Kamehameha, because I am a huge fan of that moment in that movie. I know that movie isn't the best, But I really love that moment at the end with the family Kamehameha. And the one that the GOBROS have as their active skill, it's not terrible, but it's that kind of weird like face-on view, whereas the iconic image from the movie is obviously the side-on view of the three of them together with like the blue effect. And like the TURs that we have for the family Kamehameha units, the three old ones, right, the STR Goku, STR Goten and AGL Gohan, they kind of have like a very, very primitive version of that where the other two units like appear, right, and it's kind of like the side-on view. So imagine that in current like 2023 Dokkan level animations. Like that would be awesome. And if they were a Carnival LR, I mean, we look at the categories that they're on. Imagine Hybrid Saiyans just straight up getting a 200% lead. That would be crazy. Same with Movie Heroes. Could be Kamehameha. That'd be, imagine Kamehameha with a full 200% lead. That would be sick. Because like the family Kamehameha is kind of like the main thing about that unit. Siblings bond, bond of parent and child. Man, some of these teams that they're on, like, obviously, there's the dud choices, like Majin Buu Saga, probably Full Power. I think that's actually it. Like, any of the other ones, if they got a 200% lead for any of their other categories as a Carnival LR, I think they would be super good. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. Obviously, this is nothing but speculation. Like I say, Dokkan has released stuff out of order before. It just seems very, like, at first I thought of it as like a funny, like, you know, funny haha. What if they did this because they're about to bring out a new GOBROS and like a new BROLY? But now the more I think about it, the more it's like, kind of starts to make sense a little bit. Because, like I say, the distance between these two units releasing is pretty much the same distance of time between these guys getting their EZA and then the TANABATA celebration coming out. So I definitely don't think it's impossible. I'm not going to say like, oh my god guys, it's definitely going to be this, look at the hints that they've given us, but I think it definitely could be. And a lot of people want to see new BROLY stuff. I think Worldwide Celebration, they could do what they did with Cooler, where they have part 1 be one movie and part 2 be the other one. But I feel like the BROLY movie has kind of enough content to make a TANABATA celebration, and not necessarily as much to carry a full worldwide, unless they're mixing in Super BROLY as well. So let me know what you guys think down below. Would you like to see a new BROLY and a new GOBROS? Let me know your thoughts. Otherwise, let me know your top pick for the TANABATA down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.